So here we have a selection of some of the highlights that we'll be offering. Well, the 2523 is a masterpiece. There are very few pieces that ever come to auction. And in fact, there's only been 3 examples coming up within the last 20 years. We have to put ourselves back into context. Today, it's easy to look at the time on our phone around the world, and it's easy to be able to depict maybe what time it is in another country. But back then, in the 50s, just after the Second World War, it was something that, was not that easy to get, and Patek was one of the first to be able to set it on a wristwatch. And it was a time where people were starting to travel again, and it was absolutely amazing to be able to see 24 cities on your wrist, and at the same time having maybe the map of your country or the map of another country that you liked set here. So basically you have the world time here, the 2523, and you have 2 crowns. So one crown to the right hand side allows you to set the time. As you can see, when you're rotating, you've also got the disc of the night and the day that is also revolving. And then to the left hand side, you've got another crown, and here it allows you to be able to set the disc for the 24 cities around the world. So in fact, in yellow gold with American map, there are only 3 known, 3 made, and this is one of them. It had appeared in 2012 at Christie's, and the watch is coming back this time to the market. So here basically you have the Sky Moon, which is the most complicated wristwatch at the time that Patek had made, with 12 complications, cathedral minute repeater. And the beauty of this one obviously is it got 2 sides, one showing the sky chart, one showing obviously the time, the perpetual calendar. But the rarity of this one obviously is the fact that it's unique. It was made on special request for this very special collector in pink gold with a black dial, the red date, and for the first time seen also 12 indexes made of diamonds. So basically you have a minute repeater, so that chimes the hours, the quarters, and the minutes. Then you have a perpetual calendar. Then you have a tourbillon, so you really have the most complicated mechanism into one watch. And on top of that, it's an instantaneous perpetual calendar, meaning that at 12 o'clock, instantaneously, all the windows will move directly to the next day. And this example is in platinum, and it comes with a lovely salmon die that is also very much loved and is very much in trend also with collectors these days. That one is a limited piece made only in 5 examples. It was made at the time for the Beijing boutique, and it goes back obviously to the 5 stars that you have on the Chinese flag. And I think it was to pay tribute to all the collectors that there is in China. That obviously only 5 people were gifted the opportunity of acquiring one. And this is the 2nd time we see an example coming up on the market. The mother of pearl example was made in 2019, so the production of the resonance in this configuration was only made for about 1 year, and is the only one that was made with a mother of pearl because it was a special request at the time. The mother of pearl obviously is extremely delicate, and they all have different reflections and different way of looking. So all of them become unique also in that sense, and the vibrations and the colors coming out of the blue is absolutely stunning. So every collector spends a lot of time to find the perfect contrast on these mother of pearls, and this is a beautiful example. The ruby dial also is extremely rare to find. I mean, working on these type of materials such as the mother of pearl, such as ruby, such as jade, is extremely complicated because the thin layers that you need to be able to create, to be able to set on the dial so that it's not too thick, really takes a lot of skills. And only 20 pieces of the FP Joan with a ruby dial were ever made. The Rolex Candy, I think, was at the beginning when it came out, maybe it was less popular or was a bit shocking in terms of the contrast, the colors. I think it's something that Rolex hasn't done before. Maybe one of the most striking example was before that the rainbow that they had made, but the candy color was, I think, more playful and more fun for collectors to see. And I think to be able to set obviously all these gemstones one after the other is also one of the speciality from Rolex, being able to source this type of gem and then putting it together in a bold manner, despite it is on a sports watch. I think still today creates a lot of excitement to people to get, because it is virtually impossible to walk into the boutique today and try and acquire one. So we believe this will also gather a lot of interest.